This is an important message for experienced CFOs who want to leave the W-2 world. Since 1987, we have collected more information about the needs of CFOs who move from W-2 CFO jobs into consulting than any other company. Our empirical evidence is backed up by the hundreds of millions of dollars our CFOs have earned from clients by using our process. We've discovered that experienced CFOs have 5 needs which cause them to have a desire to move from a W-2 job to a successful consulting practice. Control over one's time and future. Finding great clients. Earning a great standard of living. Technical and legal support. And support from peer professionals. Regarding the first need, we've discovered that far too many CFOs lose control over their future as W-2 employees. Employers do not think twice about asking a CFO to work 60 to 70 hours a week. In fact, dedicating one's life solely to a company they do not own seems to be expected and required by their employers. This takes one away from family, often at a very high cost. They are all too often asked to skip taking vacations. This also takes a toll on the physical and emotional health of a CFO, as they don't have time to exercise and relax. CFOs are often asked to sign financial statements and take personal risk related to a company they do not own. They risk lawsuits from investors and others related to these signed financial statements. They have D&O insurance, but their professional reputations are often ruined when lawsuits are filed against company officers. CFOs are often asked to fudge the numbers of an overbearing employer. The CFO then feels trapped because they're being paid a high salary, including benefits, and sometimes they're forced to yield into doing something unethical or illegal. We've also discovered that CFOs are constantly at risk of their employer making bad decisions that impact the employment or personal life of the CFO. Some employers do not listen to the wisdom and advice of their CFO. Unfortunately, that CFO is often one of the first people to be negatively impacted by the bad decisions of employers. Relocation due to their W-2 job is a common occurrence. Being required to sell one's home and to move to a different state can be harmful to CFOs and their families. They often lose their jobs only to find themselves in a city or state they regret living in. It seems the more tenure and wisdom they obtain, the more they are subject to age discrimination. These CFOs are often at their peak of wisdom and knowledge when they face age discrimination from current or prospective employers. Age discrimination can be devastating to a CFO, especially when employers look for younger talent that will work for a lower salary. We are seeing an ever-increasing number of CFOs impacted by their company being sold or merged with another. The CFO is often asked to work with the employer up to the sale, only to find themselves unemployed when the transaction closes. Perhaps the biggest barrier to a CFO leaving the W-2 world to become a highly paid consultant is the subject of finding good clients. This barrier is often the reason CFOs stay employed, even though their employment may be a miserable experience. CFOs do not want to find clients by the hard sale tactics of auto, insurance, real estate, and other salespeople. They also do not want to find clients that might make them travel. Finding good clients is a mystery to CFOs, and they often keep a W-2 job to avoid the risk of failure in finding clients. We have invented the wheel on the subject of teaching CFOs how to find great-paying clients. Our secret sauce is in our proprietary course, Business Development for CFOs Only. We teach skills and techniques that we have developed since 1987. We do not cold call or use techniques such as mass emails, etc., in order to find clients. we specialize in finding long-term clients, 5 or more years, that have an upside for a possible future sale or acquisition that might pay a 6-figure check. CFOs often want to earn a great standard of living and to enjoy the benefits of building a great retirement plan. Some examples of this standard of living are 20 billable hours a week at $275 an hour is $275,000. 30 billable hours a week at $275 an hour is $412,500. 40 billable hours a week at $275 an hour is $550,000. Our large check process often yields our partners between $1,000 to $16,000 an hour. The opportunity to tax defer $60,000 or more annually in retirement accounts. Most CFOs enjoy the technical and legal support they are provided with their employment. We have both full-time employees as well as other professionals who support our CFOs. A key feature of our firm is to support our CFOs in the following areas to allow them to enjoy life, increase earnings, and minimize risk. Errors and omission (E&O) insurance designed to protect them and their family. Attorneys paid by our firm for legal advice and consultation. Internal experts in Google, LinkedIn, and other social media. Creation and maintenance of personal websites, email, etc. Marketing advice and consultation, including graphic art designs for LinkedIn. IT help desk for hardware, software, and dozens of other individual needs. 24-hour service on industry-specific KPI software. Access to licensed software. Access to many proven agreements to be used to gain clients. Our experience since 1987 is that CFOs do not like to be alone in their practice. They like having peers to mentor, teach, and with whom to associate. Our peers are fellow equity partners who have a vested interest in each other's success, such as increase your market value by learning and working in other industries. A successful partner to mentor you. Knowledge about software applications that you might not have seen before. How to simultaneously manage multiple clients. GAAP and tax questions, including income tax, sales, use, and internet tax. A listening ear from a fellow peer professional. General business advice regarding our industry and cutting-edge topics. Best practices in hosting virtual meetings. And much more. This concludes our brief overview of the 5 needs of CFOs who join B2B CFO. Control over one's time and future. Finding great clients. Earning a great standard of living. Technical and legal support. And support from peer professionals.